Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today's video, we're going to be talking about some of these juicy events that Plarium is dropping to us during this fusion event, basically trying to bait our shards or as many of our shards as possible so that it makes it super hard for us to complete some of the upcoming events for this fusion, or maybe make us even fail the fusion. Is it possible? Let's try our best to resist what's going on here. So let's jump right into it. This is a note I'm talking about. We just recently dropped it. They dropped it in the content creator chat. But basically, on Friday, March 8th, so this is to line up with the summon event for the Arman's fusion. There's going to be a progressive event. So progressive event means it starts off with a 15x and then it can get up to 25x if you don't pull your desired legendary. And then it's going to be a boost on Ancients, Primals, Sacreds, Voids. So here we go. We got the first slot here. We got Duchess up to her grab. So we got Duchess, basically one of the best non-void legendaries in the game. Still insane for all areas of the game, of course, and an insane prize for anybody fishing for her. Keep in mind that the overall rates for this non-void legendaries, even with the 15x base boost, you're only looking at about 6.5% ish, 7% around there. Chance of pulling this desired legendary if you pull a legendary. So it's not a guaranteed by any stretch. So if you, for example, pull a sacred shard for Duchess, it's only actually going to be a 6% chance of pulling a legendary, and if you pull a legendary, it's going to be about 6.5% chance of pulling Duchess or whoever you want to have the boosted rate. So keep that in mind, guys. So next we have Pythion. Pythion was past fusion, but he's still an insane carry champion. If you guys don't have Pythion, is it worth gunning for him? I would say he's not as good as Duchess, but in some areas he is better than Duchess, but I think generally he's not as good as Duchess, but he's still an insane champion, insane carry for all PvE areas, PvP areas. So very, very good champion still. So after that, we have Mighty Uko, another past fusion, but also one of the best fusions that was ever offered to us. Mighty Uko here, the pig that can do everything. He was recently kind of like nerfed. They said it was fixed, but it was kind of nerfed. So this move here used to double hit, and each hit would apply basically stun or provoke, or if you put him in a stun set, it would be double stunning you. But now they fixed it so that it only stuns once. So he's not as good for that, but he's still an insane carry throughout the whole game. He's great in Hydra. He's great for wave-based content. He's still very usable for Arena as well. Just a super, super good champion, an old fusion again. So that's Mighty Uko. Coming up next, we have Elva. Really good champions so far. Like, these are all like I would say pretty S tier overall champions. Like we got Elva here. She was a guarantee at one point. I believe she was the first 20 sacred guarantee back in the day. I think maybe like a year and a half ago, probably at this time. But she's basically a mix between like Riho, Bone Spear plus Sifi. Great champion. She has a single revive. She has a team cleanse with the speed up, block debuffs, and then she has a speed aura. Great champion throughout the entire game. Great carry everywhere. Great champion as well if you guys are looking for her. So another really good champion. And then we have we just have our recent fusion that just finished, the White Queen Ancora. So we have the White Queen Ancora here. I would say compared to the other champions that were just listed before her, she's probably not as top tier by herself. She's still a very good champion. She has the speed in all battles. She has the revive single target ally with the pretty cool ability to reset the cooldown of the revived ally. So pretty cool champion. She also comes with a cleanse and shield as well. So great champion, but I would say she's not as hard carry as some of the other ones, like the Duchess or even Elva, for example. As for the voids that are getting boosted, we have Arbiter, which is kind of weird. I was talking about Arbiter recently since the whole missions was popping up. The whole talk of the new missions were coming up, and I was thinking, I was like, why is Arbiter available from shards, but Lydia, Ramontu, Marius, I would assume are not available from shards, right? Like, it doesn't make sense why this mission specific champion is available from shards while the others are not. So if you guys know why, let me know in the comments below. I have no idea. But anyways, Arbor is up. She's, obviously the GOAT. She got the team revive, turn meter boost, attack up, and then she has this whirlwind that can reduce duration, which is kind of useful sometimes, especially for like Hydra, or just randomly use it against Arena. It's actually kind of useful if you have some accuracy. Super big speed aura in Arena. That's the name of her game. Go fast, go first. All right, so that's going to be Arbiter. Coming up next, we got the Bellatar Mage Slayer, who's in the Ogren tribes. So Bellatar is the Void here. I don't really see this guy get played too much, but he has this kind of interesting increased attack and increased defense on all allies. Not many champions can do that. So I think it's a little bit special. It comes with a heal. He's more of a, obviously, support champion. He has the team revive with the turn meter boost, and then the shield on the whole team, 4-turn cooldown. Pretty standard. His passive comes with a chance to decrease all of your allies' skills by 1 turn whenever they are revived. So a little bit situational and a little bit not consistent or not regularly happening passive. So not as strong as a Void Legendary as you would probably want. Probably most people wouldn't be fishing for this guy. Coming up next, we got the Raka. So Raka was actually one of the champions I've chose as one of the bigger carries that you could have in the game in one of my earlier videos. I think she was a little bit contested because I think some other champions people liked a little bit ahead of her, but I really like her because she has the cleanse, increased attack. Both of these are really good for obviously like early or mid game where you don't have a lot of good cleansers. Increased attack is super important for your early game, so that's kind of why I favored her a little bit more over some of the other champions. But she does have the team revive. She has turn meter boosting and then the speed aura. Great overall package for a champion. For arena defense, she uses this regardless if anybody is dead, and then plays block debuffs, which is a little bit of a waste. So she's not the best for the AI there, but overall she's still a very good champion. And then lastly, we have Raglan. Raglan's a bit of an older champion. Popping in here. So Raglan in the very crowded Bannerlord faction. She has the super fast 2-turn cooldown and a single revive with good HP and full turn meter. So this is actually a really insane revive. It's single target, but it's only a 2-turn. She also brings a cleanse. It's outdated now. It's a 4-turn cleanse, but it should be a 3-turn cleanse to be honest. But yeah, she's still very serviceable depending where you are in the game. But not something that I would focus pull shards for at this point in my raid life for sure. All right, so those are the boosted champions. Those are all the progressive champions that we have going on. So personally, I would probably go in on the Duchess, but there's so many choices here. You definitely can have your pick of what you like. Like I said, it's going to be about 6% for non-voids. For void legendaries, if you guys are pulling voids, it's closer to 20%. It's closer to 20%. So if you have a chance to pull for 15x for, like, if you want Arbiter, for example, it's going to be closer to 20% to get that legendary if you pull a legendary. All right, so that's and then we have the epics here. Ugo's excellent. So Ugo's obviously the has the block debuffs and defense up champion, defense down, block buffs, AoE against Hydra. She's like invaluable. She's probably the best epic for Hydra, or one of. So definitely worth it if you want to go for her, or if you need her. Rector Draft is a really good champion as well. She's she's a promo code champion now, so she's not as not as hot, I guess, but as a hard carry revive, she's very strong. We have, what do we got? With Gore Grab. Gore Grab's like a weaker Arbiter. If you get Gore Grab before Arbiter, he's great. Gore Grab. There you go, Gore Grab here. He has the speed, increased speed here with the speed in all battles for Arena, so very, very good. Just kind of a weaker version of Arbiter. We have Godseeker and Yuri. That's actually a big one too. Some people might be missing her. Godseeker and Yuri. But from Void Shards, so not the best way to pull for her. And then you have Ursula and Moira, which is another good reviver as well. So I guess the theme is revivers here. And then, sorry, let me look for Ursula. And Ursula is a really interesting kit. Her stats aren't that good for a support, but she has a really good team revive here. Good turn meter. Defense up, strength in. It's a 5 turn, so it's a little bit longer, but it's a really, really good revive. All right, so that's good. These are still going to be like pretty big gambles, right? And I think if you pulling these for towards the summon event to complete the fragments for fusion, that's great. But I think going overboard with some of these pulls is very easy to do, and I definitely would advise you guys to hold strong, because if you guys look at the schedule right here in Plarium Play, actually they got the new schedule up. We have this Heroes Path event that's going to be taking shards as well, okay? So I think obviously this weekend they want to drain you as shards going into next weekend's Champion Chase. We have Champion Chase here. Chase is going to be less bad because you can get, we can fuse the epics, for example. You can pull fragments. So you can survive not having shards for this. But you really want shards for this, most likely, right? There's going to be some high value reward in this event that you want to be prepared for, and you don't want to really risk all of that by going kind of crazy and just pulling shards hoping to get an extra legendary from this. So I think personally I'm going to exercise maximum restraint, because I love extra legendary, extra sacred shard events. They're just so fun to get like 2 legendaries from 1 shard, but you have to exercise some restraint and try to conserve your resources so that you can try to participate in the Heroes Path coming up. If you think you have no chance at participating in the Heroes Path and you don't want to play in the Heroes Path and you're just going to complete the fusion without it, that's totally fine as well. Make sure you guys obviously plan your shards out so you have enough for the Champion Chase as well. Okay, all right guys, so that's going to be it. Both of these events going to be happening throughout the summon event this weekend, so make sure you guys pay attention to the glow of the portal, and obviously whichever event you're trying to participate in, make sure you guys make sure that event is active, obviously. I'm sitting on 22 sacreds right now. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to hold strong here and use them for the summon rush. I'm probably going to go maybe Duchess as my progressive choice, but it's going to be a long shot to get her anyways. Like I said, about 6.5%. Voids, if you guys are going for voids, about 20% to land your desired champion. Anyways guys, hopefully this video was interesting and helpful for you guys. Best of luck. Let me know in the comments below what you guys are planning to do. Love to hear it. And yeah, exciting stuff. Be strong. See you guys in the next video.